students, welcome to Sunil's tutorial. I'm Sunil Milwani and today we'll be doing this chapter called as probability. Take down these. From a group of 4 men, 3 women and 5 children. From a group of 4 men, 3 women and 5 children, 4 persons are selected at random. 4 persons are selected at random. Find the probability that the group selected consists of first part of the question, all children. Second part of the question, 2 men and 2 women. 2 men and 2 women. Next part of the question, 2 men, 1 woman and 1 child. 2 men, 1 woman and 1 child. And the last part of the question, no man. The last part of the question, no man. Let us assume that S is the sample space. Now there are 4 men, 3 women and 5 children. 7, 8, there are 12 people in all, right? Out of which how many have to be selected? A committee of 4 is to be formed. It is always total upon required. There are 12 people, out of which 4 have to be selected. How do I solve this? From 12 you write 4 numbers in descending order. 11, 10, 9 upon 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? Now, event A. They are saying that all children. Number of elements in A. Total there are 5 children, 4 have to be selected. 5, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. From 5 you write 4 numbers in descending order and then divide from 4 to 1. Probability of A is number of elements in A upon number of elements in S. Divide and get the answer. Event B. 2 men and 2 women. 2 men and 2 women. Right? Number of elements in B. Total there are men. We have 4 men, out of which 2 have to be selected, and total there are 3 women, out of which 2 have to be selected. That's 4 into 3 upon 2 into 1 into 3 into 2 upon 2 into 1. Right? So probability of B is number of elements in B upon number of elements in S. You can calculate and get the answer. Event C. 2 men, 1 woman and 1 child. 2 men, 1 woman and 1 child. Right? Number of elements in C. There are 4 men, out of which 2 have to be selected, and there are 3 women, out of which 1 has to be selected, and there are 5 children, out of which 1 has to be selected. Right? So this will be 4 into 2 upon 2 into 1 into 3 into 5. Right? Probability of C, number of elements in C upon number of elements in S. Right? Now, last, no man. Event D, no man. Number of elements in D. Now there are total 12 people, out of which 4 are men. So how many non-men are there? This is going to be 8. There are 8 of them who are not men. I have to select 4 out of them. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So probability of D is number of elements in D upon number of elements in S. Calculate and get the answer. Take out next one, please. Four letters of the word. Four letters of the word. Four letters of the word Thursday are arranged in all possible ways. Four letters of the word Thursday are arranged in all possible ways. Four letters of the word Thursday are arranged in all possible ways. Find the probability that the word formed. Find the probability that the word formed is heard. Find the probability that the word formed is heard. Right? The word formed is heard. Fine. Find the probability that the word formed is heard. Now let's see this. Here, first of all, you are select. If I want to make the word heard, I need to select more than one letter. That means four letters have to be selected. Since more than one letter is selected, I have to use either permutation or combination. Now, if I have to make the word heard, then the order of arrangement is important. H has to be in the first place only, U has to be in the second place, R in the third and T in the fourth. Unless until this is done, you cannot have the word heard form, right? Since the order of arrangement is important, therefore you will be using permutation and not combination. Now let's see how do I use permutation, guys. They are saying that S equal to sample space. Number of elements in S. Now whenever you have to use permutations, right, what you have to do is, now see, Thursday, 4, there are 8 letters, right? There are 8 letters in the word Thursday. 4 have to be selected. It is always total upon required, right? It is always total upon required, right? Now, how do you solve this? Guys, the formula to solve this, Pn of r is given by the formula n factorial upon n minus r factorial. Pn of r is given by the formula n factorial upon n minus r factorial. Now, I'll tell you how do you do this. So, if I use this formula here, I'll get 8 factorial upon 8 minus 4 factorial. Factorial means from that number to 1 go on multiplying in descending order. Factorial means from the given number to 1 go on multiplying in descending order. So this will be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I will multiply only till 4. Why will I multiply only up till 4? Because in the denominator I have 4 factorial. 8 minus 4 is 4 factorial. 4 factorial in the numerator and denominator gets cancelled. So I'll get my n of s. Right? Next, event A. Let's consider event A. Word is heard. Now, how many possible ways are there of making the word heard? There's only one possible way. Because H has to be in the first place, U in the second, R in the third and T in the fourth. Only then can the word heard be made. So number of elements in A is 1. Probability of A is number of elements in A upon number of elements in S. You know A, you know S, you should be able to get heard. Right? Next, take on next one please. 4 books on maths. Yeah.
So how n of A is 1?
Because there's only one possible way of making heard. Is there any other way? Can I twist and turn the letter so that I have the word heard formed again? No. Each of that letter has to be in that position only in order to make the word heard. Okay. Take on next one please. 4 books on maths. 4 books on maths. And 2 books on electronics are to be arranged on the shelf. 4 books on maths. 4 books on maths and 2 books on electronics are to be arranged at random on shelf. find the probability that find the probability that the books on electronics are not together. Find the probability that the books on electronics are not together. Find the probability that the books on electronics are not together. Right? Now, 4 books on maths and 2 books on electronics have to be arranged on the shelf. Now guys, when I arrange the books on the shelf and they are saying that find the probability that the books on electronics are not together. Here my order of arrangement is important, right? Since first of all I have to arrange 4 books, I have to arrange more than one book, that means I have to use permutation or combination. I have to make sure that the books of electronics are not together, that means I need to have a specific order of arrangement. Since the order of arrangement is important, therefore I need to use permutation. Now how many books are there in all? There are 6 books in all, 4 of electronics, no 4 of maths and 2 of electronics. If I arrange them on the shelf, 6 books will occupy 6 places. 6 books will occupy 6 places. In that case, the number of ways in which they can be arranged is 6 factorial. When the number of objects and places are same, there are 6 books and there are 6 places, there are 6 objects and 6 places, then the number of ways of arranging them is 6 factorial, n factorial. Right? Do you understand this? So there are 6 books which will be arranged in 6 places in 6 factorial ways. How do I find out 6 factorial? Let's leave that there for the timing. 6 factorial would be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 multiplication. Event A. Event A, they are saying that find the probability that the books of electronics are not together. I will take them together. Electronics together. Electronics others. Number of ways. How many books of electronics are there? There are 2 books of electronics. If I arrange them on the shelf, how many places will they occupy? 2. There are 2 books which will occupy 2 places. There are 2 books which will occupy 2 places. So in how many ways can they be arranged? In 2 factorial ways. Number of books and places are same. When the number of objects and places are same, then it is n factorial. Now similarly, if I leave the electronics out, how many other books are there? There are 4 books of maths. Since I want the electronic books to be together, I'll put a rubber band on them. That means if I try to remove one book of electronic, that entire group electronic set will come out. That means on the shelf I have to arrange 4 books of maths and 1 set of electronics. 5 sets have to be arranged. If I am arranging 5 sets, how many places will they occupy on the shelf? 5. There are 5 sets that will occupy 5 places, so they can be arranged in 5 factorial ways. So number of elements in A is 2 factorial into 5 factorial. Probability of A is number of elements in A upon number of elements in S. So number of elements in A is 2 factorial into 5 factorial upon 6 factorial. 2 factorial is 2 into 1, 5 factorial as it is. 6 factorial, 6 into 5 factorial, factorial gone. That's 1 by 3. Right? This is the probability that the electronic books are together. But the sum says that the electronic books should not be together. Probability that electronics not together, A complement, is 1 minus probability that they are together. Probability that electronics is not together is 1 minus probability that they are together. So 1 minus 1 by 3, answer is 2 by 3. Take on next one please. Six boys and 3 girls. 6 boys and 3 girls are to be seated at random in a row. 6 boys and 3 girls are to be seated at random in a row. Find the probability that no two girls sit together. Find the probability that no two girls sit together. Find the probability that no two girls sit together. S sample space. N of S. There are 6 boys and 3 girls, right? Total how many people are there? 9. If I make them stand in a line for a photograph, how many places will they occupy? There are 9 people occupying 9 places. There are 9 people occupying 9 places. So in how many ways can I arrange them? 9 factorial ways. Number of objects and number of places are same, then you arrange them in n factorial ways. There are 9 people standing in a row for 9 places. Okay, so that is your N of S. Event A. I don't want the girls to be together. Girls not together. Now if I don't want the girls to be together, I'll arrange the boys first. See how I'll arrange the boys. There are 6 boys, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6. There are 6 boys. I'll tell the 6 boys to stand with a gap in between. I'll put chairs in between them. Now I'll tell the girls go and sit on any of the chair. Wherever they sit, will the girls be together? No. First I've arranged the boys and I've put a chair in between each of the boy, and now I tell the girls to go and sit. Wherever they sit, the girls will not be together, right? How many chairs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 chairs on which how many girls have to be seated? 3. The number of objects and places are not the same. In that case, you will use permutation. The number of objects and places are not the same, so you will use permutation. There are 7 chairs on which 3 girls have to be seated. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 boys who are sitting on 6 chairs. Yes, very good. There are 6 boys who are sitting on 6 chairs. They can be arranged in 6 factorial ways. How do we solve this? I have given you the formula for this. The formula for this is Pn of r is n factorial upon n minus r factorial. So this is 7 factorial upon 7 minus 3 factorial into 6 factorial. 7 factorial is 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial upon 4 factorial into 6 factorial. Cancels. Probability of A is number of elements in A upon number of elements in S. So that's 7, 6, 5 into 6 factorial upon n of S, 9 factorial. 9 factorial can be written as 9, 8, 7, 6 factorial. Do your cancellation and you will get your answer. That will be your probability that no 2 girls are together. Next, take on the next one please. There are 3 sockets. This is one of the favorite sums with all professors. This is generally asked in the exam. There are 3 sockets. There are 3 sockets for bulbs in a room. There are 3 sockets for bulbs in a room. From a collection of 10 bulbs, of which 6 are defective, from a collection of 10 bulbs of which 6 are defective, a person selects 3 at random. A person selects 3 at random and puts them into the socket. Find the probability that find the probability that there will be light. Find the probability that there will be light. Find the probability that there will be light from, first part of the question, all three lamps. Second part of the question, at least one lamp. How many bulbs are there? There are 10 bulbs. Right? Here the order of arrangement is not important. Which bulb I select does not make a difference. Right? Therefore I am using combination. There are 10 bulbs, out of which how many have to be selected? 3 have to be selected. So this is going to be 10 into 9 into 8 upon 3 into 2 into 1. Why 3 have to be selected? Because there are only 3 sockets. Right? Event A. Light from all 3 bulbs. Right? Now if I want light from all 3 bulbs, very intelligently I will select only the bulbs which are working. Now they are saying that there are 10 bulbs, out of which 6 are defective. So how many non-defective bulbs are there? 4. If I select my bulbs from the non-defective, automatically I will get light from all 3 bulbs. So there are 4 non-defective bulbs, out of which 3 have to be selected. So this is 4 into 3 into 2 upon 3 into 2 into 1. So I can therefore say that probability of A is number of elements in A upon number of elements in S. Event B. Light from at least one bulb. Right? You will please see this part very carefully. Light from no bulb. I don't want any light in the room. If I don't want light in the room, that means I should select defective bulbs. There are 6 defective bulbs, out of which I will select 3. If I select defective bulbs, all 3 defective bulbs, then there will be no light in the room. So this will be 6 into 5 into 4 upon 3 into 2 into 1. Probability of B is number of elements in D upon number of elements in S. Right? This is no light. So what will be the probability that there is light from at least one bulb? What do you mean by at least one bulb? One or more. Right. Now remember that whenever you have to find out probability of at least one, probability of at least one is 1 minus probability of none. Probability of at least one is 1 minus probability of none. So 1 minus probability of no light in the room. So you know the value of P of B. Subtract from 1, you will get the probability that there will be light from at least one bulb. Take down next one please. A card is drawn. A card is drawn. Find the probability that the card is, find the probability that the card is, first part of the question, black or club. Find the probability that the card is, first part of the question, black or club. Second part of the question, red or face card. Red or face card. Third part of the question, queen or diamond. Queen or diamond. Fourth part of the question, jack or an ace. Jack or an ace. Last part of the question. A king or an ace of diamond or a six of clubs. Six of clubs. So what is common in all those conditions I've given you? You want OR. Whenever the word OR is used, you have to use a theorem called as addition theorem. Right? Now first of all, will I use permutation combination here? No. Why? Because they said a card is drawn. Since only one card is drawn, therefore there is no need for me to use permutation combination. So you will say S is equal to sample space. N of S is going to be 52. There are 52 cards in the pack. Event A. What is event A? Black. Black card. Event B. You want a club card. Right? I want OR. Now see, how do I write this? Number of probability of black or club. This is how you write OR. Right? Union is OR. Okay. Now this theorem is called as addition theorem. Addition theorem says that P of A union B is P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Probability we know is number of elements in the given event divided by number of elements in sample space. So this is number of elements in A upon number of elements in S, number of elements in B upon number of elements in S, minus number of elements in A intersection B upon number of elements in S. Now, black cards. How many black cards are there in a pack?
26.
26. There are 26 black cards in a pack. Total there are 52 cards in a pack. How many club cards are there in the pack? 13. Total number of cards in the pack? 52. Now, intersection means common. What is common between the club cards and the black cards? Black. All the club cards are black. So, all 13, there are 13 cards which are common between the club cards and the black cards. Cancel, cancel, answer is 26 by 52. Right? 52. That is 13 by 26, that's 1 by 2. Right? So do you understand how do you do OR? To do OR, you have to use addition theorem. Next, event C. Now they are saying red or face card. Red card, event D. Face card. I want probability of red or face card. This probability of red card plus probability of face card minus probability of C intersection D. This is number of elements in C upon number of elements in S plus number of elements in D upon number of elements in S minus number of elements in A C intersection D upon number of elements in S. Right? How many red cards in the pack? There are 26 red cards in a pack, 52 cards in a pack. Face cards. Which are the face cards? King, Queen, Jack. Right? So there are 12 face cards in a pack. 52. Now comes the interesting part. What is common between the red cards and the face cards? 6. The King, Queen, Jack of hearts and diamonds are common. So there are 6 cards which are common between the club cards, the red cards and the face cards, right? In which case I can therefore say that this is going to be 52 as the common denominator, and then you can solve this. I'm not solving that. I want you to do the solving on your own. Next, event D, E. They're saying queen or diamond. Queen. Event F, diamond. I want probability of queen or diamond is probability of queen plus probability of diamond minus probability of queen intersection diamond. Right? Now, let's see this. This is number of elements in E upon number of elements in S minus number of elements in F upon number of elements in S minus number of elements in E intersection F upon number of elements in S. Now, how many queen cards are there in a pack? 4. How many diamonds in a pack? 13. What is common between queen and diamond? 1. The queen of diamond is common. You can do your calculation and get the answer. Right? Queen or diamond is gone. Next, jack or ace. Jack, ace. Probability of G union H. Probability of G plus probability of H minus probability of G intersection H. Right? Jack. How many jacks are there in a pack? Wait, first let me just write this down. GS, number of elements in HS, number of elements in G intersection H, number of elements in S. Yeah. How many jacks? 4 jacks. How many aces? 4. There are 4 aces in a pack. What is common?
1.
Between jack and ace, nothing is common. Between jack and ace, you don't have anything common. Right? 0 by 52. You can do your calculation and get the answer. Next part of the question. A king right? A king, ace of diamond, and 6 of clubs, right? Probability of king or ace of diamond or 6 of clubs. Now, before I start the sum only, I know that there is nothing common between them. Is there anything common between king, ace of diamond or 6 of clubs? No. So since there is nothing common, I can directly write this is I plus P of J plus P of K. There is nothing common between them.
So,
Yep.
so the red could be common in king and ace of diamond, no?
Which one?
We are having 4 kings. So red and ace of diamond.
I haven't said red card. I want either king or I want ace of diamond. Or that is one specific card only. Or I want 6 of club. Okay. That's again one specific card only. So this is king. There are 4 kings in a pack. Ace of diamond. There is only one ace of diamond and there is only one 6 of club. You can multiply, add, subtract and get that answer. Right? So do we understand how to get this? Or sums? These are called as addition theorem sums. Right? Okay. We'll stop this here for the day. Thank you very much.